Hello and welcome everybody. This is your host, Learvok, and you are just in time for what is the last episode of MYST 20/21. I say that because I'm not entirely certain how long it's going to take for us to do this last part. We are officially at the end game here. We talked to, we delivered the fifth page to Sirrus, the fifth page to Achenar, and they both told us to look into this book over here and find pattern 158 in the book. And put that into the fireplace. Now, we found last episode we could open the fireplace up and we're in here. Push this button. Comes down this puzzle here, which, again, they made some changes. I don't know why they changed this one. I liked it better than the first one, where it's just a blank sheet, and when you push buttons down on it, it kind of imprints instead of just turning buttons on and off. It looked a lot cooler. But yeah, so anyway, we have to put in the pattern that was seen on page 158. And you'd think of how often I've played this game, I'd had this completely memorized. But for some reason, it's one of the things I still can't seem to memorize. It's a bit of a fun fact while we're doing this. In real MYST, there's apparently was, I say with air quotes, going to be a hidden Easter egg where if you spelled out on this little diagram the initials of one of the developers, you're supposed to get an achievement or something, but it kept causing the game to crash. And it looks like something happened. It sounds like something happened. If we get up, turn around, and here's the pages and the green book that they told us not to touch. Huh. Well, you go ahead and grab these pages, and I don't know. I think they were trustworthy guys, right? Hold on. How do I make a new save? How do I make a new save on here? I know I can do it. I'll just save here. I don't know why I can't just... Where's the... How do I... Nope. Oh well. Anyway, so they told us not to, Okay, there you go. That's good enough. They told us not to touch the green book, so we're not going to touch the green book. We're going to take, we're over here with Sirrus, so we might as well take his word on it. And immediately warp right in. Now, for some reason, they decided to go with the CG model regardless of whether or not you had it on here. Yes. I don't know why they couldn't have just done the FMV version.
Oh, thank you, my friend. My dear friend. You've done the right thing. You stupid fool. It looks like perhaps you're in the book now. And what have we here? A page. Oh no. I hope you enjoy your new home as much as I enjoyed it. I can't see you. You're getting less clear. I hope you're into books.
Actually, I'm not very much into books at all.
The library looks much the same as I left it. Oh, Achenar! Oh. Goodbye.
So yeah, this is the bad ending. In the original MYST, you don't. No, it's going to warp us back anyway. In the original MYST, it just kind of stays there, and I think it eventually fades to black. You don't get to, obviously, you don't get to look around because that's how it is. And yeah, that's an ending. So we're just going to go ahead and load game 2. And I believe, hopefully it'll start us in the book, or in the, there we go, yeah, here we go. So this is one thing I do like about this version of the game, as much as I complain about the others. You have to redo this puzzle every single time in other versions of the game, whereas this one, I believe, you can just, as long as we just like, one incorrect point opens up, and we can come back in. I believe if we bring it back down, it will hopefully not be reset. Will it? Oh. It still resets. Either way, we can just restart from right there, and it kind of saves some trouble. In real MYST, it starts you just outside the fireplace. Also, the fireplace doesn't rise up here. You just click down here and you just go right into the fireplace. It doesn't raise up or anything. There's no gates or bars or anything. But yeah, so anyway, Sirrus was a bust. Let's go with Achenar. See what he has to say. I'm really gonna miss this one because we won't be able to see. Because again, just like with the other, we're gonna get the CG model, and we're not gonna be able to see Rand Miller's fantastic acting. At least I think it was Rand Miller that played Achenar. Probably double check that just to make sure, so I'm not.
Oh, yes.
Raise it up while I'm looking.
I feel alive. How do you feel, my friend? And what have we here? Perhaps the pages you worked so hard for.
Yeah, Rand Miller played Achenar and Achenar. I played Sirrus for that matter.
Perhaps you're seeing the world from my point of view.
Makes sense.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm ignoring this.
Oh, Sirrus. Maybe someone will rescue you someday. Yes. You lose.
Even with this CG model, he's still, like, Achenar is still best brother. But yeah, I just looked it up. Played by Rand Miller, and of course, Sirrus was played by his brother Robin Miller. So yeah, obviously makes sense. The two brothers played opposite each other. I think we'll go through the credits now because I don't think Strangely enough, the real ending doesn't contain a credit sequence. Obviously, at this point, you know that these are the fake endings. You're not supposed to trust either brother. So yeah. I guess right now, since we're already going through the credits, I could give my thoughts on the game. I mean, you know, why? What more can I say? I've been talking about how much I love MYST. I've loved it pretty much my entire life. I guess I could say that for the first time 3 days ago, I finally bought and started playing Riven. I know, right? For someone who loves the games, who loves MYST so much, I've never played the sequel. Or at the very least, I've never played very far into it. I got a few minutes into the game, and I was like, I don't know, something just wasn't clicking with me with it. And I think like playing through it now, like forcing myself to play through it, I think I kind of figured out what my problem was with it. I was expecting it to be more story focused, like more narratively driven, and it's more or less like MYST, just bigger, and you're more focused in one world than you are in MYST, where you have 5 different worlds that are kind of evenly focused, sort of. And there's more story to it. It's a bigger game. Like, this game, today, Riven takes up about 5 gigabytes of hard drive space. I just looked it up, too. I just looked up the space of my game, some of my games. Doom 3. There we go. That's the one I was thinking of. Doom 3 takes up the same amount of space. Doom, yeah. And if those of you who somehow haven't seen Doom 3, look it up. Like, at the time it came out, it was touted as being like one of the most graphically heavy games for its time. And it's like, what if you took Doom and tried to make it into Half-Life? It's not bad, it's just not Doom. Doom 2016 did a much better job of making a Doom game. But yeah, like, there are many GameCube games that take up less than 3 gigs of space. I mean, like, yeah. And so, Riven taking up so much space is still kind of surprising to this day. I think it took up 5. I think it took up 5 gigs, but the recommended is to have 7 gigs. I guess for like save data and stuff like that. Which is kind of the same with like Doom 3. There are a few other games I looked through that took up about. Sonic Adventure 2. There we go. That's a good one. That's like 2 or 3 gigs. Yeah. Sonic Adventure 2, which I know isn't the most graphically advanced game, and a lot of people like to dunk on Sonic Adventure 2 for the stuff like that, but like if we're talking like just like graphical and technical fidelity, like a game like Riven is just a point and click game with a bunch of pictures and some videos. Sonic Adventure, like, everything's fully rendered. They have something, I'm sure the cutscenes are pre-rendered, but it's all done in engine or whatever. But it's all like, fully rendered engine space and such. It's weird, right? And I don't know, like, they've ported the game over. They've ported over to make sure it works on modern systems. So, I mean, it's like 5 gigabytes, which, again, at the time, that was massive. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and load up. And we're going to go ahead and gave the credits, showed the crew that worked on the game. I talked over the whole thing because there's not really a whole lot to say about the credits. Outside of the team did a wonderful job on this game. Like, even with my gripes, the game is still good. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and open up this book and see what's inside it. Sirrus and Achenar said it was a trap, but if they said that, can you really trust them? Oh, there's Atreus.
Who the devil are you? Don't come here to done it, not yet. Oh, I've have many questions for you, my friend, as you no doubt have for me. Where should I begin? Perhaps my story is in order. My name is Achenar. I feel you've met my sons, Sirrus and Achenar, in the red and blue books on MYST Island.
Yep.
My library. My library. It contains my works, my writings. Oh, I wrote many books that linked me to fantastic places. It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over greedy explorers who might stumble upon my island of MYST. But I had no idea my own sons would be entrapped. My sons, Sirrus and Achenar. We had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it was not wise. I could see the greed growing in them. I had not told them about the red and blue books. Their imaginations went wild. They dreamed of riches and power. Of course, I did not know the books were traps. They begged me for access to those books, and I, of course, denied them. Oh, they devised a plan. An evil plan. I had no idea to what extent their greed had progressed. Their own mother. Oh, my own dear Catherine. They used her to lure me here to Dunny. Of course, I could return to MYST, except they removed a single page from my MYST linking book. I cannot return without that page. You, my friend, can bring that page to me. Oh, I pray you believe my story above the lies that my sons have told you. If you could find it in yourself to return that page to me here in Dunny, I could go to MYST and bring justice to my sons for what they've done. I must return to my writing. I pray that you believe me. Please hurry. Bring the page. Bring the page with you.
So, yeah. We don't have a page for Dunny. We don't have any kind of pages because we don't. I don't even think we know where to find a page. So, did he say anything?
Have you found the missing page? Come.
No, I mean he's asking us to come in, so let's come in.
Come on.
Except for I said more. And we get CG Rand Miller. Now that said, in real MYST, this looks much the same. The CG model, strangely enough, while not as good.
Ah, my friend, you've returned. We meet face to face. And the page, did you bring the page?
Somehow looks better.
You didn't bring the page.
And I think it looks closer to the original model,
You didn't
the original
bring
person.
the page. What kind of fool are you?
Big one?
Did you not take my warning seriously?
Look, I never take anything seriously.
Welcome to Dunny.
It's actually probably what my major problem
You and
is.
I will live here. Forever.
So, oh no, okay. So we get it. Yeah, I should have stayed for this part. Yeah. So, obviously that's also a bad ending. So you're probably wondering, for those of you who've never played MYST, you're probably wondering if there's anything we missed. For those of you who are astutely remembering, those of you who have the good memory at least, probably remember something, or rather some things, or two halves of something that we found way all over the place. The first one was in Stone Ship, and the other was in Channelwood, I believe. So if we go into our books here, in our photo album, we have... Think about the marker switch. The vault is located on the island of MYST in very plain view on the island of MYST, and access can be... I'm going to be doing this... No, don't delete, don't delete. Can be achieved very easily if the simple directions are followed. First, locate each of the markers on the island. Turn every one of these switches to the on position. Now, obviously, what you would have done in the original game, you would have written this down. So it would have been probably a lot easier. You wouldn't be going back and forth. To the on position, and go to the dock. And as a final step, turn that marker switch there to the off position. Okay. We haven't done that yet. In fact, we're not even sure... No, the fireplace just reset itself when we left. We're not even sure what is in that vault. But we did find each of those pieces, each of those pages in each of the brothers' rooms. So one in Sirrus and one in Achenar's room. So, I wonder... Oh, it's got a page. Now, originally, this whole panel opened up. Which is why it's called a vault. Instead of just whatever that display is. And now that we got the page, we can put that back on. And now we got a white page with us. Interesting. I mean, I guess it would make sense it'd be a white page for just a regular book. Because it's not like it's a trap book. It's his linking book that's missing. Missing the page. So if we go back in here, we can... I have no clue what's going on with the frame rate here. That was super weird. Gotta redo. Always have to do this in a similar fashion every time. There we go. Part of the problem is I never whenever I write these down, I never have them on grid paper, and so like some of the squares I wrote down are notably bigger. Is that all of them, I think? Looks about right. This time I actually got kind of lucky with the way I did on these notes. But if we turn around, we can open the page. He's going to say what he said before.
Who the devil are you? Don't come here to...
Okay, so let's see if we can skip that. Can we?
Have you found the missing page? Come. Come. Come on.
No, yeah. There's something I want to say in the last ending that he didn't let us say because the game just ended. Usually in other versions of the game, it still lets you kind of explore this area. Even if there's no real reason to explore Dunny. One of the interesting things about Dunny, though, is I believe it's canonically on Earth. Whereas all the other places, all the other ages of MYST are in their own little world, their own little universe. Kind of like a microverse. Dunny is on Earth.
Oh, my friend, you've returned. And the page. Did you bring the page? You've done the right thing. I have a difficult choice to make.
I kind of want to see what happens if I... Can I?
My sons have betrayed
Nope,
me.
it's not going to let me.
I know what I must do. I shall return shortly.
I do want to say, going back into this game after having played through Riven, so like having played a fair bit of the Riven, I'm so used to the regular human-looking hand, and how like when you get to the edge of the screen, will kind of like hook around a point. The finger will like hook around the point, like, oh yeah, you're going to turn around or go left or right. This weird thing like a regular like mouse cursor hand.
It is done. I have many questions for you, my friend, but my writing cannot wait. I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my wife, Catherine, is now being held hostage. Oh, and a reward. I'm sorry, but all I have to offer you is the library on the island of MYST and the books that are contained there. Feel free to explore at your leisure. I hope you find your exploration satisfying. You'll no longer have my sons to deal with. Oh, and one more thing. I'm fighting a foe much greater than my sons could ever imagine. At some point in the future, I may find it necessary to request your assistance. Until that point, I'm afraid you'll enjoy the explorations from my library on MYST. Thank you. The book. You can use the MYST.
Oh, well, I think that's all you had to say left at that point. Probably the book doesn't open up and that you warp. Weird. So yeah, that's MYST. The true ending of the game does not have credits. It just lets you explore the island at your leisure, all the islands at your leisure. This is universal in all versions of the game. Really weird that they do it. That they the original version of the game I don't think even had credits to begin with. So eventually, whenever Sirrus and Achenar are now burned or blown up. At least we think they are. I think in later games they actually were not blown up. They kind of did a little bit of retconning in later games, I think. Like I said, I've just started on Riven and I haven't played the others, so there's like 5 games. Like 5 games to play, one of which I'm probably not going to play because it was an online game, and I don't think it has much to do with the overarching story anyway. So we're not going to worry too much about that. And besides, I've tried playing Uru online, and it's kind of hard to play nowadays because absolutely nobody is on. Even though the servers are still up, it's amazing. You can even go into the Science website and download the servers, make a free account, and play Uru online. It controls rather importantly, but that's not the controls are a little weird, and it's like or early online game MMO kind of game. That's not surprising. I think it came out just before World of Warcraft, and World of Warcraft even then has ick controls, but it's the best you could do with Memorpagas. But yeah, so one of the things I said I was going to show you was, let me go in here real quick. I gotta set this up. I didn't think this through, did I? One of the things I said I was going to show off was, let's open up here, my homemade MYST book. I mentioned that I went out and bought a little sketchbook that kind of looked like an actual old-timey book, and even wrote some notes in there. So yeah, these are all the notes I have. In addition, I've also left this spot blank because I plan on getting a picture to kind of paste in here, printing out a picture and pasting on here. Probably I think I decided on box art of real MYST, because that one looks the coolest. Kind of acts as like a linking panel. Here is MYST Island. Every area is color coded, so you got like the cabin and Channelwood. You have the observatory, the fountain, and the dock, selenitic, and the electrical cabin, the clock tower, and the mechanical age. Over here we have channelwood, upper levels of channelwood, and that's all I have so far. My next plan is, I think, to either do mechanical or selenitic age maps. I think I haven't decided on which one yet, but I kind of think I want to do selenitic because that one's going to be the most complicated to do. But in addition to all that, I've also done some other things with it. Here we go. We get a UV light. I colored the... Let me see if I can actually get anything to show in here. Colored this with some glow-in-the-dark ink or paint, but let's see if I can... You sort of see it. You kind of sort of see the glow. Let me see if I can to supercharge the S. Yeah, you can kind of see with the S. Let's see. Yeah, not the. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the paint I got was good or not. But it's kind of like that. But also, I've added. I'll start in the back here with the maps actually. Little hints with invisible ink. So we go up here. I'm gonna have to get the. See the B for blue, R for red. I have to angle this in such a way that you can actually read it. I've even shown the elevators here. I've actually used the Dunny numbering system for these. So yeah, the Dunny numbers are weird. I found in Riven they are really weird. So right here at the elevator for channelwood on the first elevator that you'll access, it's written with the Dunny number 1, but also in invisible ink, it's written the actual number 1. Also, here's the pipeline that leads to the MYST book, which is elevator 3. I should have written that down as elevator 3, but I didn't have plans to do a third floor or the second and third floor originally. I'm kind of kicking myself in the pants for that right now. You see the hidden bridge over here. Oddly enough, the ink I used for the green ink here glows. It's like one of those neon colored inks. So it's kind of cool that it kind of glows with the UV light. Also, real quick, reason why this is so colorful like this. Remember in the original Channelwood book, the ink changes color because of the ink that the little monkey people gave Atreus. So I kind of did that as an homage. It starts off black, moves on to like blue, red, green, and then here in this one it's like color code for the rooms. Let's see, it shows like over here got the hidden pathway for the hidden wire rather. If we go over to MYST, nothing much here. It just shows there's channelwood, there's the hidden path to the clock tower, mechanical stone chip, a little notch to show the the tower rotation. SL for selenitic, CH for channelwood, ST for stone chip, MC for mechanical. And that's about it for there. And then I did the same thing with these notes here. So you'll notice here, especially here, you just see this is just the written down diagram. This is just written down the numbers on the in the electrical room. Now what's interesting about these that you have like a number of different combinations that you can choose, but right here, if we angle this correctly, you can actually see that I've highlighted the ones that we used in the playthrough. I played through it recently and got a different combination on Real MYST. Is it Real MYST? Yeah. Or hold on, no. Was it? No, it was on our playthrough. We got a different set of numbers on our playthrough. That's what it was. Okay. It's a different set of numbers we did on our playthrough, but this is the number I usually resort to. Down here, you see you see up here, right here, the piano keys, and 1-5 is like that's 5 white keys. 3-10, that's count the black keys. That's why it's squared up. Or what would be a better use here is the hidden message here, which actually shows you the actual length to use with them, the actual number to tick on the actual thing. Also, the actual notes that you see on the thing. My stand fell because my book is it's not balanced well. There you go. Let's try it there. Okay. What else here? We have the crystal, water, wind, lava clock symbols. Over on the left side or the right side of them, I have my own little version of those symbols. Not exactly the most accurate things in the world, but I tried. Yeah, and then on the other side, I try to do more accurate versions of the actual symbols. The spin, cowbell, clink, exhaust for north, west, south, northeast. And then just kind of some numbers here. Then the maze, and above them I did the actual individual sound effects. Just to let you know, I did not use the invisible ink. I did not use the invisible messages for solving these. Those are just put in more for fun. Just switch arms here. Okay, so yeah, for Stone Ship, you see all the solutions pretty blatantly, but up here in the corner you see the true time for it, the 24-hour time, as well as the solution on, or at least an attempted solution on the actual, for the actual button. Mechanical, there's not a whole lot there aside from the symbols here, so I just kind of filled them in with invisible ink, made them glow. Channelwood, I just gave it a little icon, which I think I did the same on the Channelwood map. Yeah, did the same right here on the channel. This light just does not... It looks better in real life, mind you, the light flashing, light glowing. But yeah, you can see right there, right above the light. But yeah. And as for MYST, not a whole lot here. Just I filled in the lines here glowing. So yeah. There's not a whole lot here that's hidden for MYST. We kind of got all the secrets here. Yeah, so that's my MYST book. And for that matter, that was MYST. A great game which I recommend you play. So yeah, with all that said, I'll see you guys later. By the way, don't worry, we're going to be talking about this in a bonus episode. Don't worry about that.